Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Just Turned 18, where we dive deep into the minds of first-time voters preparing to exercise their franchise. My name is Lois Shola Adeyemi. Today, we're coming to you from the Citadel of Excellence, the nation's hope and glory, Ghana's premier university. Which university am I speaking about? I am talking about the University of Ghana, Legon. Let me use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to our partners, Star Ghana Foundation and Youth Bridge Foundation, for making this conversation happen. As I said, this is Just Turned 18, and we're going to be speaking to our first-time voters. I am excited to be interacting with them. I also said that they are persons living with disabilities. So today, they're going to make us understand, are they ready to vote? Would they register? Because you know that the registration process is still ongoing, and we want to find out, would they queue to vote? I am so excited because I am going to be speaking to these first-time voters, and I cannot wait to hear what they have to tell us. Hello, guys. I know you guys will have to give me some energy. Hello. Are we there? Should we do some breathing and breathe out? Let's breathe in, everybody. And then out. Isn't that refreshing? All right. So I would love to know everybody's names because, you know, I always say that my name is Lois Shola Adeyemi, and I heard that there's somebody who has my name, so I cannot wait to have a conversation with you. Let me find out from everybody. Everyone is going to introduce themselves to me so we can get the conversation going. Hello, please introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Kudese Foster.
Okay. All right. So hi, Foster. Yes.
My name is Sape Gold Afafali.
All right. Hi, Fafali.
I'm Gasupe Wasi.
And I'm Gabriel Dopalam.
I respond to the name Esther Buedu. Yeah.
My name is Felicity Ajuri.
All right.
And I am Lois Biama Ikea Ampofo.
my namesake, and then?
My name is Isaiah Madauku.
Okay, and? All right.
My name is Emmanuel. I am Zokia.
Okay. So I am very excited to have this conversation. But before we go into it, I want to say that Emmanuel is going to be assisted by Auntie Joy. She is actually a sign language translator, and she's going to be assisting him throughout this conversation. But guys, as I said, are we ready? All right, let's get straight into our conversation because we have a lot to unpack and unleash. Now, I want to know, you know that the voters registration is ongoing. How many of us have gotten it? And are we excited? Let me see by hands those of us who have gotten our voters register card. Sorry. I see. Okay. So let me come straight to you, my darling. I want to know, you finally have the voters registration card. You have gone through the process. Are you excited about it?
Yes, please.
So you have to tell me what at all excites you about, getting this card?
Because I'll be voting this year.
Okay. All right. Now let me come to you, Goda. Is that the same reason why you are also, excited that you've gotten your voter card?
Actually, I'm not really excited. I'm kind of nervous because as a person with disability going to participate in an election, I know I'm going to face a lot of challenges. So I'm kind of nervous, not really excited.
All right, so I'll come back so we dive more into reasons why you are not excited. But you, Pearl, what is the reason, or are you excited to have your voters or your name in the voters register?
Yeah, I'm excited because I can actually use the card for other purposes. Yeah.
Like
traveling purposes, and actually gives me an identity as a Ghanaian.
Okay, I love that, but it looks like Pearl wants to jackpot. All right, let me come to you. You have your card, right? Are you excited that you have a card?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm excited that I get to participate in selecting the new crop of leaders for my country. So I'm contributing to nation building.
Right. I'm excited that you are excited. Yes, dear?
No, I haven't registered.
So I'll come back to you. You who hasn't registered. Felicity, do you have your card?
Please.
Are you excited that you have your card?
Yes, please.
Why? What excites you about having the card?
Because as a special needs student, it was really easy for us to register our ID, voters ID. Okay. So I'm excited that I'll one day choose a leader who represents us.
Right. Thank you so much. Lois, do you have your card? Not yet. And Isaiah, do you have your card?
Yes, please.
Right. Are you excited that you have it now?
I'm really excited.
Okay. What at all, is igniting this excitement?
Oh, I'm excited because I'm also giving the franchise as a Ghanaian to participate in the coming election, not only for this year, but the elections to come. Yeah.
I like that everybody's excited. Now, I want to know from you, Emmanuel, are you also excited, Madam?
Yes. To be frank, with you, this is my first time, and having this opportunity to do the registration is I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to register. In fact, this is my first time. And actually, this is my franchise to able to exercise my right to vote on 7th December 2024.
All right. So I
Thank
like
you.
that all of us have said that we are excited to be participating in the elections. And I'm going to get straight to why, some people haven't registered. But before we get there, for purpose or for the benefit of those watching at home, let me give the importance again or emphasize again why first-time voters are very, very important. Now, in 2023, the Electoral Commission registered over 900,000 first-time voters. 2024, the Electoral Commission's target is to register over 600,000 first-time voters. If you put these figures together, we are looking at over 1.5 million first-time voters participating in the elections come 7 December 2024. Now let's do some comparative analysis, shall we? Now, in 2016, the marginal win was a little below 1 million, which is the highest, marginal win we have recorded in Ghana or in the history of Ghana. In 2020, however, the marginal win was over 500,000 votes. Now, if you put these two figures together and you add the 1.5 million voters that are going to be participating in the elections this year, it should tell you that there are a lot and their voice is very significant. Let me explain further. If this over 1.5 million first-time voters decide to vote for one party, the probability that this party will win is very, very high. They stand a high chance of, winning the, elections. And that is why it is important that we engage, we speak, and we understand and hear the voices of first-time voters on things that will influence their decision to vote in the elections. Now, persons with disability form part of the over 1.5 million first-time voters that are going to be participating in the elections, and also why it is key for us to be engaging them to understand, would they vote, would they register? All these things are the reasons why Just Turned 18 are speaking to persons with disability today, and we're going to understand from their own mouths if they are excited to do this. All right, so guys, let me come back to you. I mean, prior to, going to do your registrations, is there anything that you guys have heard or had heard about the elections that you would like to share? Any funny story, any story that you heard? It doesn't necessarily have to be funny, but does anybody have anything to tell me about the elections? Things that they've heard, especially from persons living with disability. Lois, you want to speak to me? Let me come to Lois.
Well, because I've not voted before, I wouldn't have much experience to give. But then I hear some persons with disability say sometimes when they go, it's stressful. But other times, they give them that priority as persons with disabilities and they get to go there. But when you get to the poll and it's time for you as a person with disability to vote, especially being a visually impaired, I heard sometimes there's influence from person assisting you to vote. So if they want you to vote for party this, they wouldn't tell you it is party this that's appearing because you can't see. So sometimes they influence you a little. That's all I heard about.
So I also need us to be very audible so that the interpreter can hear what we are saying and then, sign so Emmanuel can participate in the conversation. So this is a segment that I find very exciting because this is the time that everybody gets to tell me their decisions, what will influence their decision, to vote come 2024 election. So I want to know from you people as persons with disability, what are the pertinent issues that will make you, say that I want to vote for party A, I want to vote for party B, I want to register, I won't register, I want to find out. So let's think. Are we ready? Okay, so let me come to you, Golda. I'll come to you, Daniel, but first let me go to Golda. I want to understand, Golda. 3 things that will influence your decision to register or vote in the elections.
So the 3 things which will influence my decision to participate in the upcoming election is the policy. So depending on the policies that I hear, like I get to know about, that's what I'll stand on and vote.
So only policies for you. Any other 2 things?
And also the condition under which I'm going to vote. Because some people, when you go to vote, like, you see, we people with disabilities, we normally have particular, should I say, things that we use. So as a visually impaired, I can't actually identify who is where on the ballot paper. So I'm sure they are supposed to have certain gadgets that are going to help us. So if they are available, I'll participate. But if they are not, I don't think I'm going to participate.
And then the last one.
And also the last one is the condition there. Normally during elections, there are a lot of chaos here and there. So when the place is peaceful, I may participate.
Okay, now Daniel, let me hear your three.
Foster.
Let me hear your three.
As my sister said, the policies. I overheard the two major political parties, their candidates saying that there'll be free university or free tertiary for person living with disability. So that will influence me to vote. And also their policies, the employment, because normally when we, the disability people in the country, we don't get job, although we have the ability to work, but people see us being disabled, so they discriminate against us. Yeah, so those are the things that will influence me too.
Let me come to Pearl. Let me find out from you your three things.
Okay, so what will influence me to vote is that I have a responsibility to also take part in the decision-making process of the country, and this involves selecting my preferred leader as well. And also, we've always been preaching about inclusiveness, and I guess we should include ourselves in everything we do, including this upcoming election. So that's what will influence my decision.
Right. Let me come to you.
Okay, so three things that will influence my voting would be, namely, economic prosperity and then fiscal development. Yeah, so with regards to economic prosperity, I think I'll be paying close attention to the policies the prospective parties who will be vying for positions would bring. And then if I fall or I side with what they are saying and I feel there's a high probability that can be achieved, I would go towards that direction. And also with the social intervention, that's very key. We, the marginalized in society, tend to be sidelined during the extended term of a political party. By getting to elections, then they remember us and come with many promises. I would pay attention to what I believe is feasible and very applicable to me, and that would assist me making my decision to vote. So these are the three things I'll look out for.
Okay. Now let me come to you, my darling Esther. Tell me.
Okay, so three things that would make me to vote is, I think, adequate infrastructures that are accessible to persons with disability, because in the university there are lots of infrastructures that are not accessible, so sometimes you finding your way to lectures becomes difficult. So when they take note of this, I think I would vote. Secondly, employment opportunities, especially with persons with disability. So if the government is employing seeing colleagues, what of persons with disabilities? Because there are a lot of people who are out there who are not employed. So if they pay attention to this and meet our needs, I think I would vote. And also with our common fund and stuff, there are a lot of people facing challenges myself, because I know they've been given an amount of money to support us financially, but we are not receiving anything from them. So if they pay particular attention to these things, I think I will definitely vote and register.
Right. Yeah. Let me come to you, Felicity. The team. What are the three reasons?
The three reasons why I would like to vote is, our place, I'm coming from the north, so there is a very bad road construction there, which normally leads some people to road accident and other stuff. So I think if the government could help us reconstruct our road, I'll vote for them so that
so you'll be comfortable. All right. Let me come to Lois.
Well, to add up to what my colleague said, I think recently the Ghana Federation of Persons Living with Disabilities had a meeting with the Electoral Commissioner where they brought up strategies to help persons with disabilities have a smooth voting experience. So if I notice that the government or if people at the polling stations are actually implementing these, which have to do with accessible voting techniques, educating these officials involved in the voting on disability awareness, and also if I notice policies by the candidate are feasible enough to go by, I think it will influence my voting.
vote? Isaiah?
Yeah. There are three things that will influence my decision to vote. Is okay. First, would voting add would my vote add any value to the yes, would my vote add any value to the election? Yeah, if yes, then I have to proceed to vote. Then secondly, like the policies that the government puts in place or draft to undertake when come in power, would the policy have any benefit to me as a physically challenged or special need person? Would the policy have any benefit to me? So if the policy will have any benefit to me, then I have to proceed to participate in the voting. Then the third one is the past performance of the political party. Assuming for the previous election that we had, and if when you come to my village now, the roads are there, the other developmental projects are there. How well is the government doing, or how well is, I don't know, how well
Are they doing?
are they doing to address those problems?
Okay. Now, if there's anything I've picked from almost everybody, I will come to you, Emmanuel. But if there's anything I've picked from everybody here, it's policies. Almost everybody mentioned policies. So I want to ask, what are some of the policies that we want to see implemented before we say, okay, I am going to vote for party A or I'm going to vote for party B? Who wants to speak to me first? Hey, you guys must raise your hands. We're in the classroom. Oh. All right, Foster.
Okay, free tertiary for person living with disability.
You know, before I even go for it, let me see who are those who would vote in the elections and who are those who don't want to vote. Let me see by hands. Those who will be voting. Okay. We will be voting. Let me see. Raise your hand. Full chest. Okay, I see people who will be voting. Okay, so you want to see, what's the policy you want to see again?
Free tertiary for special students.
Free tertiary for... All right, but you know that, okay, before I even come to you, let me find out from Emmanuel. I'll come back to you. Emmanuel, I want to know the three things that will influence your decision to vote come December.
So, okay, so all right. So in the same way all my colleagues have said, if I will take a decision to vote for party A or B, their manifesto is, and I compare both party A or party B, if I see A or B manifesto being benefit to me, especially for persons with disability, then that will give me the decision to vote. So actually, I will analyze who manifesto, and I also look at their past experience to compare both. I will do both. Both political parties, when they came into power, I will do that analysis first. Also talking about economic development, if their policies, what they are bringing, will actually add up to economic development, then I think that I will vote for that party.
Okay. The candidates, forerunners, are putting their manifestos together. And in their manifestos, they've come out to say, a few of them have said that, okay, or one party has said that when they come into power, they're going to make sure that their education, especially accommodation and tuition, is free for persons with disability. So would this influence you? Anybody? Yes, Foster.
Yes. Because I, for instance, is someone's father who is taking care of me in the tertiary institution. So, and I have a friend too in Adidome Senior High School who is a visually impaired. He have to go for fishing before he can come to school. So, saying this, those are the things that will influence me. Because if not, he, for instance, cannot attend university. Yeah.
Anybody else agreeing with what Foster has said, that the education system that he said is, made suitable for persons with disabilities not working as it should?
Yes, I also agree with him, because some people having disabilities graduate the secondary school with very good grades, but there's no one to support them. And Ghana, it's very difficult for you as a person with disability to get a side job which you can use to pay your university fees and hostel fees. So if the government makes education free for we people with disability, I think it is very good. So it will actually influence our decision.
Okay. So she has also said that until they change certain things, she's not going to, or it will not really necessarily move her to vote until she sees that they have made changes to these places that she wants to see. Now, Isaiah, I want to know from you as well. Does the education system made or for persons with disability, would you say that it's cool for you? Are you okay with it?
Okay, I'm not that okay. Yeah, because even though things are or measures are put in place to make education easy for us to achieve, but still there are some things that we need we need the government to do to us. Like for instance, the car equipment that assist us or help us to live or to be able to live as the special needs students. Some of them, they are too expensive. For instance, my wheelchair like this, when you want to get it, there is a huge sum of money that before you get. The other time I want to buy electronic wheelchair and it was like it's 150 million and above old currency. Yeah, and it's too expensive. So I don't understand physically challenged or special needs students that we need support from friends, family, and the government. In fact, the whole community, we need support from them. And our equipment, they are too expensive to our affordability. I don't understand it. So if the government can put some measures in place to make the gadget or the equipment this thing affordable to us, I'll be happy about it.
So until you see that, if you don't see these things, you won't vote?
Not really.
Okay. So now I want to hear from Emmanuel. I mean, everybody here has listed, things that they want to see in the education system, in the education sector, in other places that will make them, say they want to vote.
Okay. So, a deaf student. I'm very hungry for the government to actually pay attention to the deaf people. In fact, if you look at Ghana National Association for the Deaf, we see that the whole nation, where do we have sign language inculcated in the programs? We realize that we want to see that in future, communication of the deaf will be very simple. So that even if there are there's anything that makes us also involved in comedy and anything, all the structure, we should be added, sign language must be added into. This is what I want to see, because we are all hungry to see that the government actually work hard to give to give us books or things that is incorporated in sign language. This is actually the advocacy I'm actually trying to bring about for the support of the deaf people. And also on the work, to be frank with you, realize that there's lack of unemployment on the side of the deaf people. I'm hoping that the new government that will come will actually make employment accessible. I'll be very happy. This will actually are the things that will make me yearn to vote.
All right. Are we happy with the representation, the people in there representing us who are persons with disability? Okay, now let me come to you.
Okay, I don't even know whether we have one there because, they stigmatize us. So they should give us the opportunity for persons with disability to also participate in legislation so that at least they will know because they will be persons with disability, they're in our shoes, right? So they will know what we need and they will be able to meet our needs. So they should give equal opportunities to persons with disability to also be stakeholders.
But we've already had a minister. He was the OT regional minister, Joseph Makubu, who was in there a few months or years ago. He was a person with disability. So are we saying it's not like anybody hasn't been there? Are we asking for more?
Yeah, he's the only person I know of. And I think former minister, that's Dr. Sedi Dana. So I think two is less, so we need more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lois, are you agreeing with her? I see you nodding.
I agree with her too, because people who are in your shoes are the best people who will be able to help you in any situation. So if the government truly practices inclusivity, it should show in every aspect of leadership. They should also be given the opportunity to work there, make decisions for us, channel our problems through us, and then get solutions to them.
Isaiah, I can also see you doing this. You keep nodding. I see you agreeing. Do you agree?
Yes, of course. And my reason is that, okay, wait, let me use this popular musician, Apollo Mandi. He said that, you see, when you see a cock because of the feathers, so you don't know it's also feel heat. Do you get it? But if, like, you are also one of that cock, you know that even though you move under the sun for food and other stuff, you feel hot. Not because you don't feel hot, that is the reason why you move under the sun. Okay, attend the places that you are not supposed to attend. It's not that. So when we are also in the same shoe, then I think we will be able to voice out our needs so that it can be addressed. So I think, yeah, more of the people living with disabilities should be involved in the decision making in the country. Yeah.
If there's anything I'm picking up from this conversation is the fact that we all have keen interest when it comes to the national or the nation's development, right? At least we all want to see changes. And these are the pertinent issues that will influence our decisions to vote. Now, as I said, at least we all care about Mother Ghana. We all care about our education. And we are still young. We are still here in school. So we definitely care about education, right? We all want to see things happen for us. We also want our systems. We want proper representation, inclusiveness in all areas and all aspects. But I want to, before I even leave you, let me put this across, that voting is a civic responsibility. So far as you're in Ghana, it is your duty, it's your, responsibility to say that you will vote. Do you understand? Vote for change. At least we are young, we're vibrant. We get to choose people that will, work in our favor. Our voice really, really matters. So before I leave, at least everybody must promise me that on the 7th December, they're going to vote, because at least we've had issues and we are all hoping that these things change in our favor, right? So we want to see policies that go in our favor. The forerunners about to give us their, manifestos. Let's just really hope that we see all the things we're saying in our, in these manifestos. And when we do, let's follow the ones that would help us. So I am coming to you first. Foster, are you voting?
Yes, affordable housing.
But we will still vote regardless. Let me come to Golda.
Yes, I will.
All right. You guys make my job easy. Yes, dear.
Sure, I will.
Hello.
As of now, no.
Or what do you want to see that will make you change your mind?
I believe there are things that are supposed to have been already done, which are not being done. The easiest things are not being done. So I don't see why they are telling me new things and I should just buy it.
What are some of the things?
Okay, so for instance, in case you're not aware, all devices imported to assist persons with disability are taxed heavily. It becomes very expensive. There are even items that are donated to persons with disability. When they get to the ports, because of heavy duties, they stay there. And this is something that can be done. Another thing too is the Disability Act that was passed way back in 2006. The airline to operationalize it hasn't been done. This thing can be done easily. And you're telling me something else. If what you are supposed to do, you haven't done it, why should you believe what you want to do? I do agree it's my civic responsibility to participate or exercise my franchise. But as it stands now, I am still not convinced by any of the foreigners, any of those who have put their foot forward. Maybe someone might say something tomorrow, and then I'll make up my mind. But as it stands now,
I want to know what would they would say that would influence, because until you agree that you would, you would vote, I'm not leaving you.
You know, our democracy has been reduced to a cyclical period of promising. And I am young. I'm about to vote for the first time. But I sit at home, and when my parents come, the conversation they have, I manage to hear some. I go to the community, hang out with my friends, I hear what people say. And looking at how my country has is being run, especially in the last 3 years, I have seen how economically things have deteriorated. And this were on the back of promises for prosperity. Okay, so it's as if I'm a bit disappointed in our democracy. And I feel like maybe by December 7th, I might make up my mind. But as it stands, we are in May, June. There's more time. There's more time.
So let me come to you, Esther. You are voting right?
The only thing is, let our needs be met, and definitely I'll vote.
Okay. Felicity, my love.
For me, I'm not ready to vote because for now,
Felicity, talk to me.
for me, I'm not ready to vote because for now, I don't know my left and right.
Felicity, earlier you said you would vote. Now you changed your mind. Where is this change of mind coming from? So if the things you want to see come, or the things that you want change are changed, it will influence your decision to vote, right?
Yes, please.
So let's just hope that everything that you hope will happen would happen. Let me come to Lois.
Hopefully.
Hopefully you will vote. Hopefully. Okay. And then Isaiah.
Okay, for me, I even think like today is December 7, 2024. So I voting for a change. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And then Emmanuel, let me hear from you. Are you ready to vote?
Yeah, I am ready to vote. All the political group or political parties are there for us to do what? Well, so as I said, well, the political groups are there for me to make my own decision or choice to vote for. It's my responsibility, my sacred responsibility to participate and also make my choice for who to lead Ghana. So it's my decision to participate in my own way to choose. But I am going to make sure that I do choose who will lead the nation well. But if I don't vote, other people will vote, and that one might not be in my own decision. So I think I have to have the right leader.
All right. Thank you all so much for speaking to me. If there's anything we've all picked up again, it's the fact that we all care about the nation's development, right? We all want to see change. We want to see good things happening. And until we see that, we're still here, we're going to keep spreading the, good word and hoping that everything will change in our favor, right? Are we okay? Are we fine? Let's shake it off a little bit. You guys, breathe in. Breathe out. Are we okay? All right. This has been such a good conversation with our persons living with disability. I like the fact that we've been able to hear their perspective. As we bring this episode to an end, let's carry their voices, their challenges, everything they have said forward. And as we strive for, inclusive and a participatory democracy, we just hope that things will change and they will be happy in the long run. And also they will vote come 7th December 2024. My name is Loishola Adeyemi from the University of Ghana here in Legon. And we will see you same time next week in your area. Do not go anywhere. This is just turned 18. Bye for now.